Hi everyone, it's Tiffany Sharp. I have this box of goodies, watercolor goodies, gorgeousness, fun that I have collected from my various watercolor courses. And I thought I would show you the newest course. But before I do that, let's work in backwards order. I have a mushrooms course. Or I spoiled it. I just said it. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's ruined. I have a watercolor mugs course. That was my last one before the mushrooms course. And gosh, I feel like I've used so many of these recently, but they just, I've apparently painted just a crap ton of watercolor mugs and teacups. And there's even some that I haven't cut yet. And then there's some stickers that I turned into something. And then I have, oh, this is going to be useful soon. Winter celebration. So hats and stars or snowflakes. Oh, God, these hats are so adorable. I'm sorry, I get excited about my own work. Oh, that's not part of that. I don't think I painted houses, but it's in here. So, okay, hold on. There's a mug or a pot or something in there too. Ornaments, candles. Okay, and some more cute hats. So that was winter celebration, and I have... Okay, so somebody was asking me, every time I post these on Instagram, they're like, but the bags, where do we get the bags? I don't sell them. They're pretty labor intensive to make for me to sell. However, they are easy to make. They're pretty easy. I sew them on a sewing machine, and there is a class where I teach them. It's in the Petals and Pockets course, where I show you how to make this, but just like so many different items with pockets, and then like ones like this where I've painted on this crunchy, crispity part that makes it sound so awesome. So that course is a lot about watercolor, painting watercolor on various things that you don't normally find yourself painting on. So, and making lots of pockets or bags. Apples. So these are a ton of apples that I have been using from my Apple-tastic course. And of course, I decided to make more apples, of course, because it's apple season. Oh, I just added a download into that course. So if you're in that course already, go back if it's been a while, because I added a download. Okay, so back even further than that, I had the Imaginary Wildflowers course. All these courses are $40 right now, and they all include a bonus, and they all include like a handy dandy watercolor tip, something that I explore more in depth, different types of mixed media. Sometimes I do repeat, but I try to use different techniques for each one, but that's fairly hard to do, especially because I'm using multiple techniques for all these classes. They require multiple techniques, but the in-depth part, like some of them I focused on using different papers and showing you what that looked like and what I liked and didn't like about it. And some of them are focused on really fine details and lines. Others are focused on water control. So this was my Monarchs class. This one, I like all of these butterflies I did in that class too, just to show you don't have to just stick with Monarchs. And what are some other things? Like blending and lifting using the Bulletproof White. So there's quite a bit of different techniques I've used so far. In the apples class, I showed how to make pears, possibly. Or, yeah, that's a pretty big one with botanicals too. So that's a really nice one. Oh, these are so pretty. So that's actually a part of the apples class. Or it's pretty easy to just take what you learn from the apple class and apply it to a pear. It's just more of a triangle shape. So then, okay, now let's get to the mushroom class. So the mushroom class has been in the making for quite a while. I did end up painting the mushrooms twice in the videos, in the course itself, because I felt like I just needed more mushrooms than what I had painted originally. So I ended up using 2 different types of papers. And you can see some of the difference there. Okay, so this one was from the first set, and this is from the second set. You can tell, like, the paper just adds, like, this kind of paper just adds a little bit more texture. Maybe you can't see that because it's hard to show on camera. But there's slight differences, slight variations. And then, because I wanted to turn some of these mushrooms into cards, that's why I felt like I needed to paint some more. So I go through the lesson twice, basically. But every time I do the lesson, I focus on different things. So, I mean, there's like other mushroom classes that I might have, but they're all very different. And I choose to focus on a different concept each time. So just because I have a mushroom class doesn't mean that it's the same as another one of my mushroom classes that you might have seen before. So that's just how it goes. Some of these I just had fun. Oh, the background. So this class, the interesting thing that came about was I really wanted to work on some backgrounds and getting some really fun, beautiful backgrounds using salt. That's a pretty common technique with watercolor. But then, I mean, like the results, I just feel like they came out so amazingly well. I was just wowed by the results. And then I ended up adding some more stuff, like some of my washi and stuff to these, which I felt like they fit really well because kind of just gives it like we're in a forest and we're hunting for mushrooms kind of vibe. So some of my stickers and some of my washi, which are in the shop, if you already know how to paint mushrooms and backgrounds or whatever, and you're like, I just want to try and make some of these cards, you can grab the washi tapes and the stickers from my shop. And there's a bonus. Yeah, so there's already going to be a bonus because one day I was like, I'm gonna just play around and see what I want to make. And I just made this. And so, you know, again, here's a whole nother thing of mushrooms that I painted in a completely different way. So I made this accordion book or concertina book, and it's pockets. It's got pockets full of mushrooms. So I will add another bonus video to this course, to the mushrooms course, showing how I make this. So I'll make another one. It won't be exactly this because you just never know how that's going to turn out as far as watercolor backgrounds. But I'll show how to make this book, and then you can have a little place to hold mushrooms. Of course, if I make the book to contain these mushrooms. I'm going to have to make the book a little bit bigger, I guess. But we'll see. Maybe I'll find a bunch of other smaller mushrooms around. Or maybe these mushrooms need a book. So there's some interestingly shaped mushrooms, and I really went a little bit crazy as far as like just doing some different shapes and working with that. Not super crazy, I guess, but I kind of loosened up a lot and just said, okay, let my brush make whatever shapes it wants to, and I'm just going to show how I would turn that into a mushroom. So, and during the creation of my course, my dog Ziggy ended up chasing a bunny who may or may not have been eating a mushroom, kicked over this really big mushroom. So I ended up finding like a couple of larger size mushrooms that we got to study on camera together. So that was really fun, and it's just really cool coincidence, I guess, fortuitous happenstance, whatever you want to call it. So I really hope that you join my mushroom course if you want to learn how to paint mushrooms. I feel like this is the most like relaxing, stress-free subject yet. And I had a lot of fun painting these mushrooms. I know some of these look super detailed, but really, like when you watch me paint this and then put the lines on, you're gonna be like, oh, that was nothing at all. But it just looks super intricate. So they're very easy to do, and they're fun to do, which is why I keep making them. Like, it makes me want to make some more now that I see some again. And then there's this really old mushroom. I decided to make a really old one to see what that would look like. Okay, well, I am going to put the link below. Oh, yeah, right now, so for the next few days, it's early bird sale. So through October 5th, 2025, there's an early bird sale. So you can get the course. It's originally $40 at regular price, which I still think is amazing. I try to keep it affordable. I try to keep these lessons accessible. I try to keep like the number of tools and supplies that you'll need down to like not overwhelming amounts or not overwhelming types of tools either. I try to use like common paper, commonly sourced paper that hopefully, like if you're in the States, you can just go out to Michael's and grab, or I even used some cheaper brushes this time too, just to test some out, because I feel like they work, you know, just fine for the kind of painting that I do. So you don't have to go and spend a ton of money on expensive brushes and things. If that's hinders your creativity and your art making, then I don't love that. So I try to give like affordable options for everything. And I try to keep the lessons fairly short, maybe like up to about 3 hours or so, just to make it digestible and concentrate on just a couple of tips and techniques at once, because I want watercolor to be fun. I know it doesn't always present itself as fun sometimes. I know a lot of people have struggled with watercolor in the past, and I want that to stop. I want that to be a thing of the past, and I want people to fall in love with watercolor all over again, because it can be such a fun, easy tool to have when you just want to create something. You know, it's just super, it should be easy to just get out a few supplies and go for it. So hopefully I help to create that sort of feel. And yeah, go check it out and grab the early bird sale if you watch this soon, you can go grab their early bird sale. And it's like $35 right now. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.